So, up to this point, you've learned how to create a variable, or that is to say, declare it, and you've also learned how to give it its initial value, or initialize it. So in this video, we're going to look at how do you change the value of a variable. This is going to be pretty straightforward, but there's a couple of neat little tips in this video. It's going to be straightforward because you kind of already know how to do this. So we'll take a look at that. Let's get back to our program here. And for these examples, I'm going to go back and initialize at declaration both of these. So you remember how to do that, right? You just add, and I'm going to initialize them both to 0. Oops. Okay. And let's just kind of see what happens here. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's rebuild it. Right, we're to our first breakpoint, and you see both of our variables have been initialized to 0. Let's continue to the next line. And okay, now this is 6. Well, this shouldn't seem too surprising. Let's go ahead and finish this out, and you'll see that indeed it did output 6. Okay, so what's the deal here? This is how you change a value, and it shouldn't be too surprising because in the previous video we were using this to initialize the myInt variable after declaration. So what it was really doing was it was changing the value from the garbage value, since it was uninitialized, to, in this case, 6. Right? This process is called assignment. Okay, what assignment does is it assigns whatever value is on the right side of this equal sign to the variable on the left side. It's just that straightforward and simple. And in fact, that single equal sign is called the assignment operator. So it's just assigning the value on the right to the variable on the left. And you might be wondering, well, you know, so you said the value on the right, does that have to be like something you just type in, or can it be a variable? Well, it can be anything that produces a value or has a value that will fit into this variable. So just to demonstrate here, let's try myInt equals 6 plus 2. Now this is an expression. 6 plus 2, don't forget the semicolon, remember. Alright, and we'll learn more about expressions and a later topic here in part 1. I think it's topic 7. And this value 6 plus 2 is 8. All right, let's put us another little breakpoint in here so we can see what's going on. All right, yes. All right. So we've hit our first breakpoint. Remember, that means it stops before here, and our values are initialized to 0 from up here. Now when we continue, we're to here, so this value is 6. Alright, and then when we continue again, this value is 8, and that 8 comes from here. Okay, so we've changed the value a couple of times by using this assignment operator. First, okay, we changed the initial value of 0 to 6, and then we changed it to 8. Yeah, I mean, really simple. So it's assigning this value of 8 to on the right side to the variable on the left. There's a reason why I'm repeating that a lot, and I'll get to that. So you can also, oh, we haven't finished up here. This should output our little 8. It did. So you can also so we've initialized this. Num oranges has a value of 0, right? So you can actually do that too. My int equals num oranges. Okay, semicolon. Don't forget your semicolon. Let's add another little breakpoint so we can watch what's going on. Would you like to build it? Yep. All right, here again, we've initialized. We've got our initial to 0. Continue. We've reassigned, or we have assigned the value of 6 right there to my int. Here we have assigned the value of 8 to here. Now remember, see, look, we've got num oranges is initialized to 0 here. So if we continue again, we're right here. Now this is 0 because we've changed my int to the value of num oranges. All right, no big deal. And let's go ahead and finish this out. It should output 0. Okay, so there's one other thing that's not necessarily good form that I'd like to show you in this video, but you may encounter it. It's not exactly bad. It's not exactly bad form, and it's not exactly uncommon, but it's common enough that it's very possible that you'll come across it, and that is chaining assignments. Again, like I said, not exactly, you know, the best form, but it's a way of assigning multiple variables the same value. So let's say we still want my int and num oranges to be the same. However, we want it, oops, equals 5. Okay, let's just go through and I'll explain what's going on. Okay, initialized at 0. We've changed it to 6. We've changed it to 8. Then we have now changed it to the value of num oranges, which was 0. And then after we go through the next one, look, they're both 5. So here's the quick explanation of what's going on. When you chain these assignment operators like this, so you got 2 of them, you got one there and one there. What it's doing is it's starting at the right hand side, and it says, okay, I'm going to assign what's on the right side to what's on the left side. So it works kind of backwards. So it's first assigning the value of 5 to num oranges, and then it keeps working back, and when it gets to this assignment operator, it says, okay, I'm going to assign the value of num oranges to my int. Well, it started over here, so by the time it gets over here, num oranges, its value is 5, so it's going to assign the value of 5 to here. So again, in effect, it assigns them both a value of 5. All right, there we go. Now I went on and on and on and on. This is a big tip. This is something important that I want to give you a heads up on. I went on and on about the value on the right, being assigned to the variable on the left. All right. The reason I've done that is because, remember also, this single equals is called the assignment operator, because it does assign the value on the, well, it's technically the same. It assigns the value on the right to the variable on the left. Ingrain that into your head, because later on, it's going to be a little while later in the course. It's going to be in part 3. I mean, like not topic 3, which we've already covered in this part, but part 3, when we get to branching and making decisions and all that kind of stuff. We'll get to booleans and boolean operators and stuff. I don't want to get too much into the explanation of it all, but you will encounter an operator that's 2 equals. And since this right here, this little expression, my int equals 6, you're used to in math class saying, okay, yes, that's correct, or something, or with a single equals, but no. This is the assignment operator, okay? Later on, you'll use two equals to say, does the right have the same value as the left? Okay. Don't want to get too much into that. However, it is a very common mistake to use the assignment operator, to use one equal sign when you should use this. Again, we won't get to this for a while, but just ingrain this into your head that a single equals means assignment. Okay? And then with that being firmly etched into your brain, you'll be much less likely to make mistakes later on when you get to that two equals thing and you're trying to use that. All right. Did want to throw that in there. I try to head off these problems that I kind of know are potential problems that are coming down the road ahead of time. So that's the whole point of going into all of that, because in actuality, assignment is very simple, and like I said, you kind of already knew how to do it. All right, excellent. I need to save that. Oh, it's because I was making all those changes with the double. Well, I still want to save it. Okay. All right. Excellent. So now you know how to declare a variable, initialize a variable, and change its value. This concludes another video for Introduction to Programming with C++, brought to you by LogiKomp. You can access the full course by going to the course homepage at logikomp.com/introcpp. While we are proud to offer this course free of cost to individuals, we do ask that if you continue to use the course, that you support its production and maintenance by making at least a small purchase from LogiKomp Domains and Hosting. You can pick up a custom domain, renewable annually, for around $10 at logikomp.com/hosting. Thank you.